Hey guys, the Wood Craftsman here. So I'm really excited to show you the finishing process on this oak vanity here. This is a finish color I've never shown before on my YouTube channel, and I wanted to make sure that I could record this to actually show you guys this process. It actually was quite fun to do, and it's actually kind of unique in a certain way. There might be other videos out there on YouTube actually showing it, but I wanted to show you the way that I did it here. After I finished sanding everything with 180 grit, I actually came back with a brass wire brush, just a standard wooden handle wire brush. Came back and I went and scrubbed all the surfaces that were going to get stained and finished. And what that does is it pulls out the loose and open grain fibers of the open grain here, and it does a couple different things. First of all, it gives it really more of a feel and texture when it's finished. Kind of gives the appearance and feel of maybe a little more of a higher build than normal. The second thing it does is actually, because of brushing out the pulp, when you spray over the base coat, in this case it's a vinyl toner, it doesn't actually fill in the grain as much. Actually, the grain is quite raw. And then thirdly, or lastly, what it does is when you put the wiping stain on, the wiping stain penetrates into the open grain a little bit deeper, getting a little bit more of that two-dimensional look. The first coat was still semi-transparent yet. And I sprayed that on, let it dry for a couple of minutes, came back and sprayed a second coat. Now this vinyl surfacer dries very quickly. It's got a lot of fast solvents in it. So by the time I was done spraying everything, I could actually come back and spray the second coat. And that's what I did. So a couple minutes went by, sprayed the second coat of the fast dry vinyl surfacer, and let that dry for 5-10 minutes. I want to make sure it was good and dry, because the next step is the wiping stain. I didn't want this vinyl surfacer, vinyl toner to be sticky. I had to have it completely dry. So I might have waited 10-15 minutes maybe before I put on the wipe stain. Just flooded the surface with wipe stain, came back with some rags and actually wiped the surface clean. Changed rags often because I wanted to make sure I got as much of the stain off the surface as I could, but still leaving it in the grain yet. Once the wipe stain was wiped off and dried for a couple of hours, I came back and sprayed the clear fast dry vinyl sealer. Let that dry for a couple hours, came back, sanded it up really good, and then sprayed a coat of the high build precat lacquer. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video series. Questions and positive comments are welcome. Alright guys, let's get spraying.